Hey guys, Tempo here, back with another guide for you. I've had a lot of fun this league, but this will be my one and only build guide for this patch at least. I'll be back after my Omega Tryhard Fellowship grind, where me and my team are going for rank 1 world. Basically, in that game, will be fun. Build is strong, and it's most likely cheaper than Deadeye. More damage, less movement speed, and more deaths, and less arrows. That's basically the TLDR. Don't forget 150% rarity is super important. Here I'm gonna go through the different gems that I'm using. On Lightning Arrow, it's not like super needed, but you can swap out these two gems, basically one or two of them or both of them, if you want like a lot of more extra single target juice, basically. If you want to check out the gems later, you can just fast forward, but I'll basically discuss the gems a little bit. The Herald of Thunder is basically for the clear. The Lightning Rod is basically just for single target. You almost never use it in maps, only on bosses. We have Herald of Ice here as well, like in Season 1. We're utilizing it a lot with added cold damage on gear, and it's proccing as much as Herald of Thunder, basically. Barrage is also used only basically on bosses. Let's go through the gear a little bit. Those were the gems. Basically for stats of the gear, you will look for a lot of added. Here on the bow, you can see crit bonus, crit chance. Crit chance is very mandatory. The rest you can freestyle a little bit. Double flat is very mandatory. Basically the last mod there you can freestyle. There is a tiara, a super strong tiara. You can go for double rarity on it as well, but it will be less ES. Here you have the added damage ring with double rarity, this single rarity. But there is 150% rarity on the gear, so just make it how you want, basically. Just fit in the 100%, 150% rarity. However you do that is up to you. This chest is the chest is basically my highest valued piece. It took me a lot of divines in order to craft it. Basically all this gear that you see here, except like maybe 1 or 2 or 3 pieces max, I've crafted myself. Some were lucky, some were very unlucky. Took a lot of divines. These boots were obviously very lucky. Got it 3 sockets on first try. The chest not so much. Cost me like 4 times the boots or something. Now we will go to the Atlas stream. Basically here you can freestyle a little bit, but try to somewhat mimic what I do here. You can also go for the essence side. You can go for the strongbox side. The researchers, strongboxers are really, really strong. Like every now and then they will give you a divine. For that node there and this local knowledge, you just swap it out when you see a water biome or a swamp. You put in the local knowledge basically for extra juice. These are the only 3, like we only care about rituals and breaches basically. We don't really care about the other 2 that much. Now let's go to the Ascendancy. Lead me to Grace is super strong. Sunder my enemies super strong. Sunder my enemies basically makes us able to not need Rakiada's flow. So that makes it a lot cheaper as well. Not needing to get that gem, basically, because it's very, very expensive. So also Lead Me to Grace makes the build way cheaper because you never ever have to go for Spirit on the gear. Here we have the passive tree. You can freestyle this a lot, but very important, Chaos Inoculation makes us Chaos immune. Then you can choose if you want to go more attack speed, more energy shield, more raw damage. There are those 2 nodes, for example. Like you can freestyle them however you want. Just make sure you get these stats on the gear, like on your character. It's a very mandatory stats, 115 I think it is int. Get your resistances capped. The defensive layer on this build is basically as shown here. It's around 50% ES. Evasion, I mean. And then we go resistance cap, obviously, and 5k plus ES. And also some deflection from the chest. So around 20% deflection means, you know, It's a good third layer of defensive, but our main layers are energy shield, chaos inoculation, and a bunch of evasion as well. So that's actually 4 layers of defensives. These 2 points, basically you can freestyle however you want. If you want more movement speed, defensives, like niceness of it all, like these 2 points that I'm clicking here, it's just a better flow on the character basically. So every time you shoot, it doesn't like stop up and become super slow, so to say. That's basically the passive tree. A lot of crit, as you can see, a lot of added cold, added lightning, extra. We also have the companion nodes down here. These, I'm thinking how I can like make work without, but yeah, they are kind of decent for now. Mana leech, super important. Get that one stat on like a ring, preferably, like I've shown before. I have it on my ring. You will basically never ever go if you have that talent point and one of the stats on the ring, the mana leech on fizz attacks. This is the allocation from the instill of the neck. That other one is a from nothing or megalomaniac. I think it's a from nothing. This is basically megalomaniac, I think. And it's shown here. I have volcanic skin and icebreaker. Basically, icebreaker makes you pretty much freeze immune, combined with the freeze charm. So you're like almost like 99% of the time you will never be frozen. Heart of the Well Diamond, extra cold. I would say extra cold is more valuable if you want one of the damage stats than lightning, because it helps your Herald of cold to actually like proc. If you're super rich, you can go for the double extra damage, basically. Here is some juice tech for those that are interested. Triple quantity tablets or increased rare tablets. Try to have a ritual. Try to have a breach and eradication for +1 level. Here you see how I juice my maps. Basically, chaos rarity on all the maps into the desecration. Here you will see on the screen what the priors are. You can pause here if you're unsure. Basically, these are the stats that you want from the desecration. It's going to give you a lot of value and good value. Also, like, you can farm in many different ways to fund your gear, farm citadels, or just pumping maps like I've been doing. It's very good income. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.